We shall never, never, never surrender. We shall never, never, never surrender. Never, 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 never surrender. We shall never, never, never surrender. Kampala, never, never, never surrender. We shall never, never, never surrender. 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 Freedom for all.
Even soldiers who are going for battle, even with the possibility of not returning, they go singing. So we are going to go through this with the morale. So our leader is the chairman, the former leader of opposition, Honorable Wafula Obutu, colleagues, Honorable Kajinda, Secretary General, and all of you members and promoters of PFF. I salute you in the name of the Almighty God. This briefing will touch on a number of issues afflicting the country. I'll start with the registration of PFF to notify all promoters on whose behalf this registration has been pursued that now the application to register your party has been gazetted. Remember where we started from? August, reserving the name, color, symbol, and slogan. Eventually, what happened there, you all know. But coming to November 19th, when the Electoral Commission now issued us with the forms to correct signatures, actually it happened earlier, but on November 29th is when we submitted the signatures and the Constitution. Since then, you're all aware, we've been knocking at the doors of the Electoral Commission, asking them to speed up the process, because you can't take all the time that there is, especially when you have announced a program. So we are reminding the Electoral Commission the obvious, that you are the one who have issued the program. If the law provides for a number of days, you don't have to exhaust all of them. So the application, as I earlier said, was gazetted on Friday, May 16th, and a 14 days notice was issued for those who have issues. Only 11 days are remaining. But because of the ongoing preparations for the next or forthcoming general elections, we want to ask the Electoral Commission to be mindful of its own processes. As I said earlier, where the law requires that you do this within 21 days, the law doesn't tell you that you don't do it in 1 hour. It only provides you a frame. So people at the Electoral Commission should be mindful. If they tell you the application should be in Gazette and for people to register issues within 21 days, you can tell them to come. Suppose the law was made before communication in Uganda and the whole world improved. This Gazette has been discussed by the country and the world within the hours of its issuance. So the Electoral Commission should not spend more time. In fact, they should be inviting us to go and pick the certificate tomorrow. Because the law was made before social media, before this. Now you can invite people to discuss something, and within hours you receive a response. So you, Electoral Commission, do not waste any more time, because we are time bad. And to all of you, PFF promoters, members, and supporters, as we advised you on Monday last week, those of you who intend to participate in the next elections. Honorable Mike Kabaziguruka and his election team are waiting for you to pick nomination forms. They will also be issuing and sending these nomination forms to our respective districts. As I said, because communication has improved, you don't have to walk from Chiriandongo to Kampala to pick the form. So they will be electronically sent to you. And then the guidelines, as he said, guidelines of processing these forms. The second point, Dr. Besigye tomorrow makes 6 months in prison. Tomorrow, 20th of May. Dr. Besigye, our leader and chief promoter, freedom fighter, was remanded by the Kangaroo Tribunal, calling itself a military court by then, to Luzira prison on November 20th. It will be exactly 6 months tomorrow, Tuesday, May 20th, since he was remanded. Under the Constitution, it is mandatory for suspects to benefit from what they call mandatory bail when they clock 6 months in prison. And because all of you are aware that Dr. Besigye has committed no crime, his crime is wanting Museveni to end his life presidency. They should release him unconditionally tomorrow morning. Please also take note that Dr. Besigye will be appearing before the Nakawa Court Magistrate on Wednesday. We hope this appearance he will be making it from his home, because he makes 6 months in prison tomorrow. Our expectation is that the Constitution will be followed. Dr. Besigye will be free, but he will still need to report to Nakawa Court on 21st. I invite all of you to be in Nakawa, because Besigye has committed no crime. He is being persecuted because he continues to fight for a free Uganda. That's the crime he has committed. And it is us who will enjoy freedom when eventually it comes. So I invite all of you to be in Nakawa on Wednesday morning to follow the proceedings in the Nakawa court. The Museveni Muhoozi junta, Muhoozi keeps reminding us that they are Tutsi, that they will harass everybody to know, those of you who didn't know that they are Tutsi. So to that Tutsi junta, you need to produce evidence. Can you imagine that for 6 months, they have not produced even one paragraph of evidence against Besigye? Even one paragraph. All that they are saying, and I want you to follow, they filed an application before the magistrate in Nakawa to allow them access Dr. Besigye's phones to begin hunting for evidence. And then you ask them if they are sane. Then why did you arrest him? The Nakawa court ruled in their favor that this application to access Dr. Besigye's phones will be had behind closed door. That they even afraid they can't hear their own matter in public, on whose behalf they claim they persecute Besigye. Our lawyers protested hearing this application behind closed doors and filed an appeal to the High Court. The High Court hasn't decided on this matter. So in Nakawa tomorrow, on Wednesday, Dr. Besigye will be there because he was remanded to prison, but also because Museveni is asking the court to help him find evidence. So we reiterate our demand that Dr. Besigye, Haji Obedi Lutale, and all those who have been arrested for no reason other than politics must be freed. Otherwise, the continuation of persecuting Ugandans will have its own ramifications if Museveni and his son don't know. The Honorable Martha Karua, leading the legal team of Dr. Besigye and Haji Obed, will be in the country. I don't know if they have already arrived. You know, it's increasingly becoming difficult to move in East Africa. You all saw what happened to Honorable Martha Karua in Tanzania, where another opposition leader, Tundu Lissu, is in prison for the same crime, contesting elections. As PFF, we condemn in strongest terms possible the detention and subsequent deportation of Honorable Martha Karua and her team. But since they have been deported, they have told us they will be in Uganda. Guys, you need to get up for them. You are supposed to be arriving, you're supposed to be leaving Tanzania for Uganda. Now they were deported to Kenya. But we still hope, and we are in communication with them, they will come here to lead. Because fighting for freedom knows no boundary. I now go to the third issue, which is related to what I have said. As you are aware, the UPDF Amendment Bill, which seeks to reintroduce kangaroo military courts, will be debated by Parliament tomorrow, Tuesday, at least the order paper, for the first time since I joined the 11th Parliament, nearly a week before. We would like to invite all of you Ugandans to turn up in big numbers at Parliament to watch over your MPs as they debate to either defend or surrender your liberty to military tribunals. All of you, please come to Parliament. It's your institution. We are there on your behalf. So all of you tomorrow, please come to Parliament. The Speaker should put this particular sitting in the compound to facilitate all of you to be present. I, for one, I am mobilizing Chira. I think the people of Chira need to see me as I debate the UPDF Amendment Bill.
Freedom for all.
All for freedom. PFF. PFF. So the rest of the country should come. We are there on your behalf. We are actually your employees. Please come and see us. We transact your business. All of you at Parliament. Of course, obviously, while we expect opposition MPs to turn up and fight this bill, we'd like to warn NRM MPs against passage of this Museveni Muhoozi law. Passing it will be betrayal of the very oath that each MP took. The oath was to uphold and defend the Constitution. One by one, each MP took an oath. Maybe they don't even remember. You know, NRM brought all sorts of people in Parliament, including those who have to constantly be reminded that you are in Parliament, yet they are MPs. You all individually took an oath that you will not only defend but uphold the Constitution. We therefore ask you, the NRM MPs whom Museveni has invited to State House, to take a decision whether you want to be traitors or whether you want to uphold and defend the very Constitution that you took on day one. This also relates to the political parties and organizations amendment bill that is before Parliament. Will be notified. It will also be discussed and passed tomorrow. This particular law is being made to change the formula of facilitating political parties. You know, political parties, the framers of the law said these are public institutions. The public must therefore participate in building them, because we don't know in whose hands we will be tomorrow when this NRM finally has collapsed, and it will. You may wake up one day and you are in the hands of a party that is not prepared. So that's why the framers of the law said we must put aside a fund to build and prepare political parties. Now, the Museveni junta says, no, these parties are receiving money. Now we must put a condition. You can only receive money if you are cooperating with us. That's why they are changing the law. If you are not cooperating with them, even the public funding they want to stop. So you will again, as I issued a call in relation to the UPDF Act, please turn up in big numbers at Parliament. Watch over your MPs as they transact your business. Because these particular bills, according to the order paper, they are the only business Parliament will transact tomorrow. So I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I will briefly translate this, and then I will invite So the Honorable Mindo can take leave.
Thank you.
The question you asked, if I understood it, you asked two questions. First, whether we can all walk out of Parliament, if I understood you. The colleagues, other opposition MPs are in Parliament for a meeting. We're also consulting our other party leaders, because we are there on behalf of the country, but we are also sponsored by the parties. After that meeting, a joint position will be communicated. I don't want to preempt it. If I do, I'll be giving my personal opinion. So colleagues are in a meeting, consulting party leaders, then they will communicate. The second question for me doesn't bother me. I want to focus on building PFF. The rest of the processes are natural, but my concentration now is on building PFF, and this particular briefing is a PFF briefing. Yes.
Thank you, the Honorable Samju. My name is William Uranga from Red Media TV. Secure MP slots in Parliament as PFF and even local government.
How do we
secure MP slots?
secure MP?
Alliances with other existing political parties?
You see, the elections themselves, I was on TV this morning explaining, elections are just another platform. When you are fighting the dictatorship and it offers you a window to fight it, you seize it. But it doesn't mean that that's the only window you are supposed to use. I have told the people I joined politics 2011. I was even declared a winner. But I went to Luzira before going to Parliament, because for me that win was not the end. When call came and Dr. Besigye said we must be on the street, I participated in walk to work. And that's what I ask of every MP and of every leader. These positions that we were given by our respective electoral areas are just a platform to participate in the bigger struggle. They are not an end in themselves. It does not matter how many MPs we have, as long as, Museveni walks Parliament, he beats everybody. When he came for Tojikwatako, I was in the van with the Kyagulanyi and Sewanyana. We were driven to Nagalama together, including Sechikubo, who is NRM. So to be an MP gives you maybe a salary, but it gives you no protection. So we must fight for what is going to give us protection. So the focus, yes, we'll participate in elections just as another platform. But the main platform is for all of you citizens to raise up against dictatorship. Yes. kye tubadde tugamba electoral commission abaakola etteeka balikola mu bugenderevu ne bagamba nti bw'oba oli mu kuwandiisa ekibiina bwe kimalayo ebisaanyizo oteeka ekiwandiiko mu gazeeti n'osaba abantu abalina bye boogera naye baateekawo within tegeeza mu bbanga kitegeeza nti electoral commission esobola okulangirira kubanga kati ebyempuliziganya byalongooka era okuva ku Lwokutaano lwe baateeka gazeeti eggwanga likubaganyiza ebirowoozo ku PFF n'okutuuka saawa eno luli omukisa ogwo tegwaliwo tulowooza nti bateekwa kumala budde bungi ebirowoozo babifunye enkya baali tuyise kunona certificate yaffe kuba oli wabeerangawo abantu nga walwawo okumanya ebintu naye kati ebintu abantu babimanya nga bikyagenda mu maaso kyetugamba electoral commission etteeka erisome ng'emanyi nti lirina ekigendererwa kyali ekyaweesanga ennaku 14-21 kusobozesa abantu kumanya naye kati gazeeti batonda gituusaayo ng'abantu bategedde nze abantu bansooka n'okumanya nti PFF bagigazeetinze mba ndiyo nga ngamba nti wayi babatadde mu gazeeti nange sinamanya so kati eggwanga we lyatuuka tuteekwa okukozesa ebiseera ebyo tewakyaliwo ebiseera byakwevulunga nti nnaku 14 olinda ki ekyo batuwe certificate yaffe enkya twagala ku gino natutandika emirimu emirala. Guys, thank you very much. Never surrender. Never surrender. Never surrender. Never surrender. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Comrades, the registration form is still moving around. Just ensure you put your name and your contact number to ease the communication between us. We'll be sending you SMS and updates from time to time.